Hi, I'm Anna Ulichny, and I want to thank you so much for joining in with some meditation and mindfulness practices today. So, mindfulness is about paying attention and being present in the here and now, and it's practices to keep us present and paying attention to whatever is going on in our experience of life, moment to moment to moment. That's kind of the general essence of mindfulness in the sense that we'll discuss it today and practice today. The opposite of that is being distracted, getting yanked and pulled away from the here and the now. Distracted with looping thoughts. Usually the distraction is in the thinking mind, and it's distracted with looping thoughts about something that's happened in the past or something we're worried about in the future. And so when we're distracted, mindfulness practices that we do together and that you can do on your own help us to realize we're distracted and help bring us back. Just keep bringing us back and paying closer and closer attention to the here and the now and the present moment. And so one in particular quality as it relates to mindfulness that sometimes causes us a challenge and problems is the idea of doubt. We spend a lot of time wrestling with doubt. We doubt a lot of the circumstances on the external world, and then we also doubt ourselves. And I know personally, when I really am struggling with doubt for something in my own life, it's usually because I'm very distracted with so much going on, and that sense of overwhelm and fear that can manifest and bubble up it takes over. And then the thinking mind starts looping and spinning and pulling me further down that channel of doubt. And I know that if I want to bring myself back into this stable, confident, happy place, coming back into the present moment is really the way to do it. So we're going to practice with the idea of doubt and seeing where we spin in our thoughts, where our thoughts take us in our own lives with doubt as we practice. So I'm going to spend a little less time talking and more time for you to listen to your own thinking mind and seeing where doubt takes us, and see if we can't also kind of reestablish a foundation for ourselves in the present moment. So that's what the practice is today. It's looking at doubt and bringing us back into a confident, calm, happy, regulated place. So we'll take a comfortable posture and give yourself about 20 minutes where you won't be disturbed. And we'll close our eyes down for the remainder of our time together. And that's just one way to keep some bit of distraction away through sight. We'll have our hands resting comfortably on our laps. Notice our upright and dignified posture. Really feel and sense the front of the body, the lungs, the lower lungs and the bottom part of the rib cage, all the way up to the clavicle bone, just this front area, really available for breath and health coming in and out of the body as we practice. We could feel our shoulders can relax now as we find our posture here for practice. Notice they can drop down. Physically, you might even feel they drop down slightly. And this first practice we're going to do is a very easy breathing practice. It might help to have one hand placed just below the belly button on the belly. And we're going to breathe in and out, and all of the focus is going to be on feeling that the belly is moving in and out with the inhale and the exhale. So as we inhale, the breath is filling up in the lower belly, and we feel our hand moving away from the body on the belly. So we're filling up, and generally we'll use a count of 4 on the inhale and 6 on the exhale. Although this isn't a practice for counting as much as it is just finding this rhythm where we're extending the exhale to maybe 2 or 3 seconds longer than the inhale. So find your comfortable rhythm. So we'll inhale, we'll feel that our belly is moving away from us on the inhale, and then the exhale, a deep, deep exhale, releasing everything, feeling that the belly and the hand on the belly is moving back toward close to the backbone of the body. So we'll inhale, about a count of 4. Exhale, about a count of 6. Smoothing the breath out, deepening the exhale. Find your rhythm. And noticing in this silence where the thinking mind might take you. Is there any doubt happening in the thoughts that pop up? So we're gently paying attention to this rhythm of the breath, but really noticing if our thoughts are pulling us away, if the thoughts are complaining or doubting this process, even just of this simple breath. Or even doubting, am I doing this right? This is uncomfortable. There's just so many things going on within the thoughts. And when we notice this, can we come back and just experience this deeply felt feeling of the breath? And let all those thoughts just continue to go. Go right on by. How easy these thoughts pop up. And how we can let them go. We don't have to hold on to them. We can just let them to continue to go right on by. Just stay really focused on the breath. For one more cycle here. So take one more inhale, about a count of 4. Exhale, about a count of 6. Really release, release, release the bottom of the exhale. Letting go of stale air out of the body, which is good for our health in addition to our calming. And then we can very gently place our hand back on our lap. Just feeling in the body. And we'll also just breathe about a dozen breaths together here, again with some silence. And these breaths are going to be as quiet as possible and as smooth as possible, and as elongated as is comfortable. So you're going to breathe in and out about the same count. So perhaps a count of 5 on the inhale, and then 5 on the exhale, and you're just looping as if you could almost imagine you're on a Ferris wheel. You're just looping around, inhale to exhale. It's one continuous circle of breath. Inhale to exhale, smooth and very quiet. So we're really quieting everything down deeply within us. Stay really focused on this loop, this circle of breath. There's a lot of stillness within the whole body, and yet there's just this circle of breath that we can experience. And also a very quiet breath. We're just smoothing it out, reducing any sense of noise along our breath. The breath feels silky and smooth if possible. Noticing where our thoughts take us. We're just curious about the thoughts, not trying to push them away, just notice them but come back, using our mind's wonderful ability to focus and pay attention. Just stay focused on this circle of breath. So on the bottom of this next deep exhale, on the bottom part of this circle, we're just going to drop this technique of kind of imagining and creating this smooth circle of breath. And now we're just letting the breath breathe all by itself. We don't need to control it anymore. We're just allowing it to do what it usually does 24 hours a day for us. Breathe on its own. And feeling within our body. We can start to bring more of our focus, our present focus, staying really present. Now that we've calmed ourselves down from deeply within, we can come and bring our focus down to our legs, our lower body, feeling the soles of our feet, through the lower legs, the knees, the thighs, up to the sit bones. Just really feeling through the body, noticing this tingling, kind of alive, electrical type quality. And then we could feel the weight of our torso, of our upper body, from our sit bones all the way through the top of our head. Just feel the weight of the body. Feeling as stable as a mountain. As we sit here in this very stable posture, we could either imagine a beautiful mountain and feeling as stable as that, because we human beings are just drawn to mountains because of their beauty and their foundational stability, this quality, we're drawn to it because we are very much like the mountain. Every cell in our body has this balanced stability within. And just sitting here, right now, just in this moment, feeling as stable as a mountain that we could imagine in our mind. No amount of wind or weather can destabilize this mountain. Nothing that comes along can pull us off of our foundation. We are strong, we are resilient, peaceful, calm, deeply within us, just like a mountain. And we're drawn to this beauty in nature of a mountain, again, because of our similarities. Our similarities throughout all of nature, especially beautiful, strong, solid, stable mountains. And so we can start to feel this deep strength within us, just right here, right now, and recognizing that our thinking mind trying to pull us into distraction, leading us down this path of doubt, we don't have to do that as a mountain. We can stay strong and stable right here. And just like a mountain, we could also imagine the beautiful blue sky above. Again, we're drawn to the sky, we're drawn to space above us as human beings, and we're drawn to these things because of our similarities, because of our nature that's just like space and the sky. We have this clear sky within our mind, this clear, creative, powerful mind that can imagine, can create, can innovate, filled with confidence. Our minds are like the sky, crystal clear, open, filled with creativity. We could imagine watching the sky above us in our mind's eye, maybe seeing a cloud go by, maybe seeing a bird flying through. We could think of our thinking mind, this voice in our head, kind of like a bird or a cloud. They're just thoughts going by. We don't really have to get caught in them. We can just let them continue to go by and feel this quality of crisp blue sky. It's always open and spacious and available. The sky does not get distracted. We could notice again that we have these same qualities as the mountain and the sky and nature, and we're so drawn to the beauty of these things as humans because of our similarities. And when we are pulled into distractions of our experiences in our day, or distractions in our thinking mind, and sometimes the storms of our mind that are created, with overwhelm and restlessness and anxious thinking. We get pulled into these things, and yet we can come back to the present moment, just the here and the now, and remember and recall this sense of stability like a mountain, and this sense of clarity like a sky, that we are deeply within our body and our mind as well. Our thinking mind is filled with distraction, and when we can see these thoughts, know how we get pulled into these various distracted, doubtful thoughts of fear, of regret, we can bring ourselves gently back into the present moment with whatever activity we're doing during the day. And this sense of clarity and stability will fill us. We're reminded of our strength, our stability, our foundational, solid determination, and our crystal clear creativity of our mind. We're reminded of these things and pulled closer to them when we become more and more present with whatever it is we're doing in the present moment. And we just let these distracted thoughts just continue to go by and don't get so pulled into them, but stay fully grounded in the here and the now. Thank you very much. Wishing you a wonderful day and the best of health and happiness.